of his stores right now and go for what I call the Thor ship and maybe start harassing, because a Thor ship really is so powerful. It's almost like Reavers in Brood War. You can just drop them off, two-shot a queen. You can use a special ability on the hatchery, one-shot Hydras, although there aren't really any Hydras right now. It's definitely a strong build. Is that a starport right there we see building?
Yeah, he does actually have he does have that on the way, so he could very well be doing the good old HD Thor ship. And again, you can drop him like right here. It's really effective, although there are some static defenses here. This is really good play. I think that Red is actually expecting this. And also dropping back here, like he said, you can kill queens quicker than anything. And so the Spine Crawler, though, that's actually really good position there for Red. And here's some Infestors, actually. He has 4, which I guess he could afford those because he didn't make those mutas.
Yeah, he's got plenty of leftover gas. I'm not sure why he went for Spire. Maybe he'll transition into a greater Spire later on. Who knows? But those Infestors are big, because they only cost 50 energy to mind control a unit, and the range has been increased to 9 now. So these, I feel like, are the direct ultimate counter that the Zerg arsenal has against the mighty Thor. You mind control the Thor, and the game completely swings around in your favor, and there's only 2 right now compared to 5 Infestors. So right now, LZ cannot afford to move out. I take it back. If he tries to go for the Thor ship, it might be a little suicidal.
Absolutely. You can still do quite a bit of damage with a Thor ship, though, as long as you do not get mind controlled. But again, his army actually isn't that big. I think he was probably trying to make up for his macro in the early game, since he was behind with his early rush. He just now has 4 Raxes, a fifth one almost finishing right now. And then here they come, the medvacs right now, so we could see double drop, which would be interesting since there are 2 Thors. He doesn't seem to be continuing to reduce those right now. So that is pretty much it. I think he will try and do a Thor drop, though, because he needs to make something happen, especially with Rhett getting this expansion right now.
Yeah, and we actually, if we could take a look at the upgrades real quick for each army right now, I think that the LzGaMer's got 1 weapons right now. He's got a 2nd level weapons on the way, as well as armor. Zerg player at 0-1. He's also got upgrades coming for Carapace, and I believe that is Hydralisk range, as well as Roach. I'm not sure what the 2nd upgrade is. It looks like it's melee and missile weapons. So a Spine Crawler here moving out, maybe trying to get a little forward advanced positioning here with a little bit of static defense. But I guess both players here are feeling too safe and defensive. They just want to macro up and I guess eventually throw their forces against each other and see who wins.
They're probably trying to be timid because they know it's coming down to the wire. Whoever loses this game is booted out of the HDH Invitational, so they kind of want to be sitting back and play it kind of safe. Here we go as he jumps up into the bottom of that medvac. I'm not quite sure how they have enough thrust to lift that, but they are going to be moving out right now. The Zerging, though, Rhett's going to see this right away. He can position his army, which he actually hasn't moved it yet, but he will be able to defend this no problem whatsoever if he gets himself into the correct position. So here we go right now. We're going to see if this harassment can do anything. Really, LzGaMer needs to, because he's been behind in the economy the entire time. So there you go right there. Two-shotting the queen, which is what Thors do best, and then it does look like Red is going to get out of there in time. So already, though, I mean, 150 minerals for that queen is definitely putting him in a good position. He needs to keep this harassment, though.
Yeah, is he going to use fungal growth right now to maybe kill the dropship? Because he could use a multitude of fungal growths to actually kill it. No, he lets it go away right there. You can't neuroparasite an air unit, unfortunately. So not sure if that was really effective, but at least he's keeping the harass on, giving some action to Red and keeping him on his toes. I would have liked to see Red use both of his dropships, though. He's got a lot right now. He could have went for a 2-pronged attack with his Thors and really try to divide the attention of Red, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Just snipe a queen here or there. Looking at the income tab, macro-wise, we have Red going ahead in terms of minerals, 1,400 over 1,000. Gas also going ahead as well. He is at 3 base. Terran player only at 2. But the Terran player has that powerful Terran ball, and it all comes down to how the Zerg army can position itself around the Terran ball and use those special abilities from the Infestor if Rhett wants to win.
Talking about positioning, it's going to be a lot easier for Rhett right now because there are no siege tanks, and it's just mass Marauder. That's a Marauder ball. I think there's 1 Marine in this entire army.
He's the commander.
Yeah, he stands out like a sore thumb, but either way, I mean, since there is no siege tanks, the siege tanks really make it difficult for Zerg players to get that right angle, especially on this map. You can siege up right around this area, and you can lock down this expansion. It's actually in range, and so that can be very difficult for a Zerg player to deal with, but we don't see that right now. We do see the Thor ship kind of moving out and gonna try and do some harassment here, which again, oh, he actually moved his defenses. There used to be defense here, so the harassment can be effective here, which is exactly what he is going to do right now. Although I am surprised to see so many Marauders. Although he's macroing very well, he doesn't have any resources, really, just a little bit of extra gas. And so here we go right now. Gonna be able to kill that queen and possibly get out of there though.
Ooh.
And there is, oh, he actually saved it there with 4 HP, not able to kill him quite yet. And he is gonna scoot out of there. So good job by Rhett though, keeping that queen alive.
Yeah, the queen actually took 2 shots there, but you guys can see how that Carapace upgrade really helps. That was actually what saved the queen with only a little bit of hit points, maybe 2, 3, or 4. That saved the queen right there, which is pretty big. I want to call to your guys' attention at the main, there's actually a Baneling's nest. So I don't know. Rhett's going for Baneling Nest, Spire. He's got Roaches. I don't know what he's going for. We haven't seen any air units or Banelings yet, so I feel like those were wasted drones. Those are wasted resources going for those tech buildings, and he hasn't really made use of them yet. He does have a Hive, so maybe we'll see a Greater Spire, and of course, the good old Broodlords.
Yep, I don't think we'll see Ultralists because these Mass Marauders and Thors are just so strong against the Ultras, and so I don't think we will see that, but you did mention the Hive, although more harassment down here didn't seem like it was that effective. He was actually trying to, yeah, he is getting the Greater Spire right now. He almost lost his Spire, but they just added that new animation. Kind of cool to see that upgrading. And his Hive is finishing fairly early for this game, but now Rhett's also taking the high yield, and I thought this was a drone. Not going to take this expansion quite yet, but LzGaMer does have his expansion up and running right now, just transferring the SCVs over there. And so, I mean, look at these unit counts, though. 198 supply for Rhett, and it just got maxed out now. So every second that goes by, he's really not spending minerals. And LzGaMer about to be there. So we have to see a battle here pretty soon. Otherwise, I mean, there's no reason to sit back and wait much longer.
Yeah, both players are banked or almost maxed out right now. And right now, Rhett is just saving up resources in the bank, piling up those larvas with the queen. Looks like Rhett finally pushing out. He's got a huge army. Fungal growth is going to be the deciding factor here. Can he get a bunch off? Huge amounts of fungal growth going off on the Marauders and the Medvacs, and the Thor not even getting in range to attack. Even the Spine Crawler, static defense getting up in there. Stim finally being used. I'm not sure if he used it earlier, but it looks like the Marauders might be able to hold on. Some reinforcing Hydras coming in from the north, and a mind control on the Thor. Finally seeing a mind control on the Thor. That changes the battle around, forcing those Marauders to fall back. And here, LzGaMer in a lot of trouble.
He is definitely in a lot of trouble right now. I mean, the units lost fairly even here. It's just that really Rhett has had the economy advantage here. He's got to try and push in here. I don't know if he's going to have enough to secure the win just yet. He has lost all of his infestors, and a couple of Marauders on the high ground able to push back these Hydras for now. It's just that if we look on the map, there are reinforcements streaming over here. So LzGaMer could be in a lot of trouble because his macro has been lacking compared to Rhett's this entire game. And so, I mean, if Rhett continues to reinforce this, he's going to be in a very good position.
Yeah, right now, LzGaMer, I'm not sure why he is not building any more reinforcements. He's got a lot of money in the bank. I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of reinforcements streaming in here, and now the natural is going to go down. LzGaMer might just lose this game. I think he might have just gotten out macro, losing his natural expansion. That is a lot of Roaches and Hydras, even a Corruptor getting in there, and there's just a few Marauders and a Medvac holding this ramp against what seems to be an unstoppable Zerg Swarm.
Especially with the Broodlords on the way. This is just a great way to seal the deal in this game. So it looks like, yep, LzGaMer gonna GG out. So Rhett, he's actually going to advance, and he could be facing Orb or Hydra, ending right here when this unit is exploding, just to make the ending there that much more epic. So anyways, it does look like Rhett's going to advance. A long macro game there came down to one huge battle, and apparently the positioning was a little too good. Those fungal growths were just devastating against that Marauder ball, and so Rhett's got to be feeling pretty good after winning this one 2-1. Came down to the wire.
Especially since he doesn't really play StarCraft 2 all that much, although he has been practicing more, a little bit more recently. I'm surprised that he won. I was actually expecting LZ to win since he's been playing so much more.
Yeah, so everyone who was uploading predictions on Team Liquid, most of them did give it to LZ, but hey man, Rhett won. He definitely deserved it. He is going to advance to the round of 8, one step closer to that $1,500 first place prize. So we are going to go ahead and go on to our next set of games. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. And any last words, HD?
Tune in for the next game. Thanks a lot, guys. HDH Invitational, HD and Husky signing out.